अर्ली विकेट नहीं, लेकिन ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं, बैटिंग आई है तो इंशाल्लाह कोशिश करेंगे जो शुरू का आवर्स है वो गुजारें और फिर अच्छे रन बोर्ड पर लगाएं।
क्रूशल मैच है, मस्ट विन गेम है, फाइनल के लिए क्वालिफाई करना है, क्या नई स्ट्रेटेजी है लाहौर को देख के?
देखिए, दोनों टीमें बहुत ज़्यादा अच्छी क्रिकेट खेलती हुई आ रही हैं और पॉइंट्स का इतना डिफरेंट नहीं है, तो ऑलमोस्ट सेमीफाइनल गेम थे दोनों टीमों के लिए, तो उम्मीद है कि इंशाल्लाह अच्छी क्रिकेट देखने को मिलेगी आज।
और हमने देखा कि रावलपिंडी के अगेंस्ट एक बहुत ही नेल बाइटर कॉन्टेस्ट हुआ, उस विक्ट्री से आपको कितना कॉन्फिडेंस मिला?
देखिए, बहुत ही शानदार मैच हुआ। आई थिंक बहुत अरसे बाद मैंने फर्स्ट क्लास क्रिकेट में इतना ज़बरदस्त जो है कंपटीशन देखा, तो बड़ी ज़बरदस्त क्रिकेट हुई और अल्लाह का शुक्र है कि हम लोग वो मैच जीते। ऑब्वियसली टीम के पास कॉन्फिडेंस है और कोशिश करेंगे उस कॉन्फिडेंस को इस मैच में लेके आएँ।
चलिए, गुड लक।
थैंक यू।
So news from the center is that Lahore Blues have won the toss and they have opted to bowl first.
Let's have a quick look at the teams. And Karachi, lots of experience there, as Salman mentioned earlier on. Lahore also bringing in some experience, but having a look at the pitch, how do you see these 11?
I think seeing the pitch, we haven't seen anything as green as this pitch, and surprisingly, Lahore have played two specialist spinners and have taken out a fast bowler. Now, this is very strange tactics to start with, and if the looks don't deceive this time, then this pitch should be very, very helpful for the fast bowler or the medium pacers, and not so much for the spinners. And Asfan Mehran is a left-arm spinner, Usman Qadir is right-arm leg spin, and then Qasim Akram can also bowl right-arm off-spin. Hussain Talat can definitely add and fill in that medium pacer, but you can't go with two specialist fast bowlers on this track.
So it's not just a green tinge, it's a green top. And it's going to assist the bowlers with these conditions and, of course, the brand new ball. Here we go. Round 7, first ball. 3 slips in position. The only thing that I'll be looking forward to is how the fast bowlers from Lahore utilize these conditions. Because we saw they were very ordinary with their lengths and their lines in the previous game over here. That was a completely different situation, but then again the new ball wasn't used to its perfection. If you got assistance available from the surface and the weather, then there's no doubt that the fast bowlers should be able to make inroads earlier on.
We can already see some good carry, and the ball just has seamed away twice now, and we haven't seen this kind of deviation from the pitch in the last games that have been played over here, any of the games actually so far. So definitely this surface has started to behave a little differently from what we have been used to seeing over here. Khurram Manzoor is a very, very experienced campaigner. We'll see what he opts for in terms of scoring shots. Back foot play should be the key on a track like this.
Three deliveries from Ali Shafiq. All of them have been wide outside the off stump. Just trying to induce that drive, but probably will have to come a touch closer to Khurram Manzoor. Khurram Manzoor's reach, rather. These are his numbers. He's got a lot of experience. Look at those conversion rates, the number of games against his name, almost 12,500 runs. Yeah, he's been there.
The bowler just struggling there in the delivery stride, just fell over. Khurram Manzoor, he has a great conversion rate. If you saw his stats, 57 50s and 34 hundreds, and has been exceptionally consistent throughout his career, and is someone who scores across formats, has been a formidable run getter, as one of the most experienced players in the whole domestic circuit at the moment. Once again, far and away from the off stump, and Khurram rightly letting it go. Ali Shafiq needs to come closer to Khurram, definitely, and maybe needs to go a touch closer to the stumps as he tries to make the batter play this new ball.
First runs through the covers. Outfield will be a little sluggish with that rain. But Karachi is off the mark with a couple of runs at the end of the first over. 2 for no loss. Karachi won that last game in round 6 by 1 wicket, helped them come to number 2. But they still would want to have a win here in order to confirm their place, because there are 5 teams in contention for the final, which means 2 will go through, 3 will be left behind. Quite a bit of a chase out here to reach and play that 5-day final.
Yes, Lahore Whites, on the other hand, they're playing Faisalabad at the moment, and that game is very crucial. The difference between the two teams is 10 points, and if Lahore can manage to win that game, maybe they come into the finals. Back to the Gaddafi Stadium, where they have played their 5 games out of this year's whole campaign. Sam Ayub, 13 games, 142 is highest, I believe, in the previous game, averages 38. And scored his maiden 100. And this is a close shout. Definitely, that was straight and plumb. Now, this is something we haven't seen happen much in the previous games. Sharp movement of the seam, first ball on target. And there's nothing much any batter could have done. Touch unlucky to get this peach of a delivery as the first ball. Hunain Shah already creating an impact. Takes an important wicket. Man in form, Sam Ayub gone. There we see pitching in the right areas, and there was... the feet were stuck. Obviously, he wasn't expecting it to just jag back so sharply.
Sam Ayub out for no score. 2 for 1, Karachi. Have a look at this wicket again. You feel that Sam was a little slow on the shot as well. Had the ball not deviated, look at where the bat is at the point of impact. He's high back left. He's a little touch slow to get there. Bat hasn't reached. The impact on the pad is before the bat actually crosses. So yeah, it can also happen first up. You caught a bit napping, and if, like you said, you get a ball like that first up, then yeah, full marks to the bowler. A bit unlucky for you, but yes, he was a touch caught napping.
Yes, it is a top start from Hunain Shah. Any bowler who can start like this can be difficult for the batter, especially facing his very first delivery. Was within the stumps. I think it pitched on the middle, just straightened and very sharply. Gave no time at all to Sam Ayub. Shan Masood, you can see on your screens now, 158 matches, loads of experience, 10,000 runs, averages close to 40, and 23 hundreds to his name, along with 46 50s. Coming off a fresh county season, and he's been doing pretty well in England. And these conditions might be very similar to the ones he played on in England. Another good one this time, just a touch outside off stump. Really well left by Shan Masood. Now, he is someone who will be used to this kind of track in England. And obviously the ball that is used in England is Dukes, which moves around a lot more than the Kookaburra does.
Yeah, here you don't have any DRS, so once that finger goes up, you've got to take that walk, whether you like it or not. Interesting if the rain, of course the rain has eaten up almost the whole day, and I am not sure with the cloud cover how long will the light last. Can we go up to 5 o'clock or not? And there's rain expected tomorrow as well. So we know that this is going to be a shorter game, and that will play on the strategies of the teams, how they want to approach it. We might have 2 full days, day 3 and 4. It can always turn into a one-day event where you bat the whole day and then allow the opposition, if they honestly want a result, as they said at the toss.
Well, for the moment, first thing first, there may be play of more than an hour and a half today, and Karachi have to do well, and so have Lahore Blues their job to do, to take wickets, and obviously have as many chances, create as many chances as they can to get to the finals that will be played here at the Gaddafi Stadium. Once again, Sikandar, the first ball was right on target, and the next 3 haven't been close to the place where he pitched the first one. And that is where the bowlers throughout this Quaid-e-Azam trophy have lacked.
Yeah, that was my concern, which I said at the start of this innings, that Lahore Blues fast bowlers with the new ball haven't really impressed that much. In fact, in the last game, they were pretty ordinary. And the team selection that they've made, which you pointed out, that they're playing 2 spinners on a pitch which might not assist the spinners. Only time will tell. How long can these 2 fast bowlers keep going in one spell?
Not only they've played 2 spinners, they've also played 2 wicketkeeper batters in the same game. Tariq Nawaz, who's been inducted into the playing 11 for this game, he's also a wicketkeeper batter. And Junaid Ali is there as well. He's been playing the last few games. So I wonder what logic they have behind this selection. The screen has been pushed in the right place, and we are ready for the action now. Hunain Shah just needs to be in the right areas. The rest, the pitch can take care of. It is looking an absolutely, kind of a pitch where bowlers, if they pitch it in the right areas, can create a lot of chances.
Yeah, that's the thing where we've seen after that wicket, those next 4 deliveries have been wavered. The disciplines have to be there because, again, they are going to deal with the left-right combination. So the lines have to be right. You got 3 slips and a gully. That's better. End of the over. 4 for 1. As we mentioned, 5 teams in contention for the final. So we will need to see some hard work here, especially on this ground, because we haven't had a result yet this season at the Gaddafi Stadium. Other grounds have been producing results.
Well, an important aspect that hasn't helped in producing a result is that the fielding sides have been very poor. There have been a lot of chances created by the bowlers which haven't been taken by the fielders. So that will be one area where fielding needs to improve. It's not coming on. There is some moisture around. It just held on. And Khurram, he knows he can't afford to go too far away from his body.
Let's have a look at the pitch once again. What are they dealing with? And tell us more about this. I mean, Salman would be the right person.
Well, it's a lot more greener and has grass covering all over it. No patches of turf that you can see like in the previous games. And it's all very compact. And there has been rain around a day before.
Oh, I can tell you one thing. You and I were there down there. The camera is not justifying the green on that pitch. It's very, very green. It's the color combinations through the camera lens is showing it to be a bit dry in patches.
Yeah, and that's true. Exactly. It's a lot more greener. And if it plays the way it looks like, it should be helping the men who bowl with seam up a lot. Ali Shafiq so far hasn't been in the right areas. And Khurram knows it, so he's decided to just take a walk towards the bowler, just step up and ask him to change his line and length, which is already not there. But I think he just knows that if he pitches in the right areas, it won't be an easy job defending that. So Khurram being a very, very experienced batter, he's just starting to come down and play with the mind of the bowler.
He's been around for a while. Do you know that he's played all national T20s from the time of its inception? Khurram Manzoor. He hasn't missed one. And that is a long time ago.
Wow, that's some consistency, level of fitness, and obviously you have to perform to keep playing for that long. So all that he has ticked wonderfully. And there we see again use of the feet, trying to negate the swing and doing it wonderfully, keeping his bat close to his body, just coming down, not allowing the ball to do a lot, trying to close down on the angle, trying to cut down the swing. And this is what young batters need to see. He's not coming down with the intention of hitting the ball. It's just that he does not want the bowler to settle down in any kind of line and length.
End of the over, 4 for 1. You're talking about Khurram Manzoor and how he's been around for the longest time and he's got that experience. We showed almost, 13,000 runs at the first class level. When we talk about the test career, those average dips, it was almost 40 in the first class arena. He's played some test matches in Abu Dhabi, which of course allowed him to, go for runs. The 146 is from there. But you just feel Khurram Manzoor has been one of those players when he's come out to play at the topmost level, he hasn't really been shining the way you would expect him and as he performs at the domestic arena.
Yes, at times you see there are so many players who, when they took on the Pakistan cap, their records suggest that they have done better at test level, at international level, than what their record tells you at the domestic level. And there are others who have been fantastic all their career in the domestic circuit, but when they get to this international level, there's a barrier which they just do not seem to cross in terms of pressure or maybe dealing with the evolving situation inside. We'll come back to that. For example, when I saw him play against South Africa and he scored this 100, I think at Abu Dhabi, he was wonderful. But in the next few innings, how Philander bowled to him and Dale Steyn, it absolutely seemed that they've worked out that he plays neither on the back foot, or neither on the front foot. He doesn't commit himself. So he used to play half cock, and they bowled those particular line and lengths early on with the new ball where he struggled. So as a batter as well, you also have to keep adjusting because you know that other people are watching you. This one didn't bounce. So there's already, we've seen some seam, some variation of bounce, some going through to the keeper at a very good height, and the others haven't been like that.
So what is really the case? Is it a matter of nerves when you come and play at the highest level test match, you're not being able to replicate those numbers which you have in the domestic arena? I can't really think of names on the top of my hand, but there are a few who've been very promising, and once they've come to the national side, they've just not been in the same color. Oh, that just takes that leading edge through gully and third slip for a boundary.
Yes, Hunain has been bowling in the business area, and he beat the bat just a couple of balls ago, and now he induced this edge which has gone through the slips, and although it went all along the ground, this one, but he got the batter to drive, and this is where your fast bowlers want to be with the new ball, asking the batters to drive of a length. Good areas by Hunain. So yes, it can be multiple reasons. Sometimes a mental barrier, sometimes technical flaws which get exposed at international level much quicker than at the domestic level, and you get worked out. So you have to grow with the situation in terms of your technique and your strategy. Wonderfully bowled. In the air, it looked like coming back and then went straight on after pitching. Any batter would have trouble playing that. Shan beaten, all ends up.
A good carry on that, and exactly the region where you wanted to be. Slight deviation again off the surface. Shan Masood felt he had the line covered. That induced that drive.
So this is where the pitch has shown a clear difference from the previous ones that we have seen over here in Quaid-e-Azam Trophy 2023 at the GSL.
Yeah, it's a genuine edge. Very good ball. That's the corridor. Had the good bounce on it, and again a half drive from Shan Masood takes a healthy edge and a good catch. And you notice in the replay where the keeper takes the ball. That just tells you how good it was.
Yes, again, very well bowled. Seemed like coming back in, then went away off the seam. Was a little bit shorter in length than the previous delivery, and Shan, well, he wasn't in a good position to play. You cannot play two swings being an opening batter on a pitch like this. You always have to look for the in swing and then hope the one that goes away, it beats you. Meanwhile, Shan is gone for 5. 8 for 2, Karachi.
Umair bin Yusuf is the new batter in at number 4. He's been in good touch recently. I saw him playing against Zimbabwe in a 3-day, 4-day game. And he was the player of the series, a couple of games played over there.
Yes, he's the new man in, and I've seen him on a couple of occasions on TV on that Zimbabwe tour. He scored a big 100 in one of the one-days, and he's been very impressive. Here is the dismissal again, and Shan playing. The thing to notice is that neither he is on the back foot, neither on the front foot. He's just stuck in his crease. The same thing that we saw in terms of feet movement with Sam Ayub, and exactly the same, but this time different mode of dismissal, nicking it. And there it is, the third one. We see the wicket misbehaving, and Khurram Manzoor has no choice but to fend the ball, and it goes straight to gully. An unplayable ball there by Ali Shafiq, and this is one of the few times that he has pitched the ball in the right areas.
Yeah, that bounce, he got the shoulder of the bat, just surprised him, didn't it? It's just that bounce which he almost took his hand off the handle. And it's bound to happen. This uncertainty, have a look at this. It's pitched up, but look at that bounce. He wasn't expecting that. And just in that gully region, Usman Qadir takes a regulation catch. This will now play a worry in the minds of the batters to come. It won't be that easy. You need some experience now to walk out after this dismissal. It's 3 down for the score of 8, and Khurram Manzoor takes the long walk after scoring 2. There are more and more numbers coming out, but this will really test the batters out there. 190 matches for him. And again, lots of runs, almost reaching 12,000 in this format. So your skill and your numbers will now be put to test on a pitch like this. You've got to give it to the bowlers, bowling in the right areas and allowing the surface and the conditions to do the rest. So important that the surface and the conditions won't be of any help if you do not bowl the good areas. So you're talking about the surface and the greenery on it and everything. You're bound to get some extra bounce and fast bowlers will get assistance. But did you notice that in the previous over, when Shan Masood was being bowled across the left-hander, there was lack of bounce in certain areas. From this end, we saw how Khurram Manzoor was surprised, which was a bit of a correct word, the misbehavior from the pitch. That is something which would be playing in the back of the mind of batters. That had nothing to do with sideways movement. It was just that surprise bounce from a good length. Edge, and has it taken cleanly. That's the 4th down. Qasim Akram takes the catch. Ali Shafiq gets the 2nd, and again poking outside the off stump. Umair bin Yusuf now goes for no score on the very first ball he faces. Well, this is exactly what we're talking about. It is moving away slightly, but the fact that you're standing where you are with very minimal foot movement, you're unable to cover the line of the ball, even if it's moving sideways. Gone for no score. 9 for 4.
आपके पास ही आएगा ये देखे एक मैं करता हूँ ना फिर ऊपर ही ना किसने कहा है
Very promising youngster. I've seen him around for a while. He's got 11 games, yes, but I'm talking about across formats. He's had an opportunity to come in the PSL also. Very textbook correct, whatever we've seen of him.
Yes, he looked good in the previous game that they played over here at the GSL. But Sikandar, this pitch, no matter how good technique that you possess, the ball is behaving as such that you won't be here for long if you just try to stay. There we see Once again, it jags away. So Karachi will need someone to step up and play a sort of innings where he tries to attack the bowler, takes them away from their line and length, and, puts them on the defensive. They will need somebody to do that. Yes, it will involve risk, but that is the way to get runs over here and put pressure on the opposition, because this is one pitch which, if you just stand your ground, you're not going to do anything much other than edge the ball.
Five overs bowled, and Karachi, after being asked to bat, a 9 for 4. So what would you do in a position like this when you come out to bat? What guard would you take? Would you cover your off stump so that you eliminate the factor that I'm going to be LBW? Because that tentative push from all these batters is because they feel that it's somewhere around to be in the playing zone. Once you've covered your stumps, then you can easily let go of the balls which are moving away.
Sikandar, I will not say what they have to do. I'll tell you what I did once here. On a pitch like this, we were playing against Peshawar, and Fazle Akbar was bowling. And at that time, I nicked the ball like we've seen 3 of these batters. And it was a straightforward chance, but it was dropped. So I knew that there's not much of a chance to play technical cricket. So I started walking every ball. So when he saw me walk, he started pitching the ball short, bowled me bouncers. And then everything was history. I scored around 140 runs over here. And initially, he just gave me balls to cut and pull, because I just kept laughing while walking at him, because there was no other way. If I stood my ground, he was such a good swing bowler that there wouldn't be any chance for me. So I took my chances, they came off. So I think someone over here has to do that for Karachi team.
Yeah, that's a good ploy, to curb that swing away and make it to your advantage. Let's have a look at those wickets that have fallen, and then we'll see where the batters are. There's another way of probably trying to reduce that swing to your liking would be where you're standing. Out of the crease, try to get as close as possible to the pitch of the delivery. Don't allow it to do much in the air. And batters can afford to do that because, of course, the keeper is like pushed back to the limit. So, yeah, he's outside almost. Can afford to come a little more because he's a short man in terms of height. There you go. That's a reckless horizontal bat.
But
let's have a look at where they're standing. He's got 1 foot in the crease. That's the first one, Saim Ayub.
it's the very first ball that he faced in the game. And this one, again, it looked like coming back in, but off the pitch, it went away. A difficult ball. And this one was definitely a misbehavior of the ball, which was not expected by the batter. This one was just poking at half cock. Not a good shot, this one. So all the dismissals have an element of surprise for the batters, where they were not thinking about an exaggerated movement, an awkward bounce, and then a lazy stroke maybe, and then Shan Masood playing both the swings, because he was beaten in the previous ball that we saw. So once that happens, you have to be tighter the next ball. You have to look to play the in swing. But he just went with his bat away from his body with no feet movement.
Yeah, one thing could be that when they're facing the ball, they could actually stand out of the crease. One more person being added in that slip cordon. 2 gullies now.
Yes, there is no perfect way which will guarantee runs over here, apart from just being, attacking. Because here, the shorter length, you need to attack the shorter length. The full ball, it's seaming around so much that you have to be really lucky. You have to get beaten. If you edge it, it has to go over the slips. And if you slash over here on a pitch like this, then slash hard, go after the ball, give it the full Monty. Because the slip cordon is huge and it is closer to the batters. So anything that flies off the edge needs to be faster to make it difficult, or let, in first preference, go over the fielders.
For those who just joined us, it's a delayed start because of rain. So the condition of the pitch and then the overcast conditions just making it sort of a double jeopardy for the batters. So it's a good toss to win for Imran Butt. And straight away, he had no doubts that he won a ball first. And 4 down for absolutely nothing. They're in with a chance of creating a result in this game if it keeps going on like this. Sarfaraz would probably be the next one coming in. And he's going down.
Now this is 1 run, and they shouldn't be missing anything on this pitch. And I think Asad is saying that he didn't hear any call from the non-striker. Definitely a call of the non-striker on this occasion. Also an important point for the youngsters, whenever this ball, it goes behind the batter, it is always the call of the non-striker. And when it is played in front of the batter, then obviously it has to be the call of the striker.
I think the concentration levels are way too high at the moment for Asad Shafi because there's nobody at the square leg region. So he didn't have to worry about the call. You could have just walked that single. And that is the ball to be hit away. Now it's a little too wide and the length was pulled back a little bit, so it allowed him to use a horizontal bat and slash through it. And like you said, swing hard. 13 for 4. Just get a feeling that Hunain is trying a little too much. He should allow the conditions to do the talking. He's bowled so well that over to Shan Masood. But here, 2 balls outside the stump and Asad Shafiq lets it go. The bowler seems to be trying a little too hard.
Yes, he bowled well to both the left-handers. Was right in the business areas, and since he started bowling to the right-hander, his line and length has just been a little bit wayward. Not where his captain would like it to be. He has slips waiting over there. Would like to see him pitching the ball a bit up and inviting the batter to drive rather than cutting it off the back foot. Five men in the slip, 1 in the covers, 1 at short leg. And there it is. Very nearly. There's no point trying to block the ball way outside off stump. And this is something which Asad Shafiq will definitely now communicate to him, being the senior partner, being someone who is very experienced at the highest level. I'm sure he'll have good things to tell to Ahmad Alam. This was well bowled by Ali Shafiq.
You see how full it was, that ball. And then the bounce, it just rockets off the surface. We'll have a look at that again, the previous delivery. In the reverse angle, just to tell you how the bounce is and what the length of the ball was.
Yes, here's the replay again. The bowler goes wide, delivers it wide of the crease, gets the angle going, and that angle makes the batter play. And then we see a tennis ball-like bounce right from the good length area. So this is where this pitch is definitely very, very different to the pitches that we have been seeing in the previous games.
Leading edge there. That's exactly the point where I think Khurram Manzoor got that ball. The only thing was it much straighter into the stumps. He couldn't get out of the way and hit the shoulder of the bat.
I also remember, Sikandar, that when I was playing for National Bank, we used to have a player, one of our seniors, whose name was Akhtar Sarfraz. He played for Pakistan as well. And on pitches like these, he was absolutely smash the bowlers. He wouldn't care where the ball goes. He would just step out and swing at everything. A lot of times, he would bail the team out of trouble on a pitch like this.
Now here is important. He's trying to bowl that Yorker length, angling into the right-hander. You got to really allow the conditions to do the rest. Just bowl in and out of that fourth off stump. You've seen results coming. All the wickets apart from Saim Ayub have been in that slip cordon.
Patience will be the key. Yes, they have got 4 very quickly. It gets to you. It gets to the bowler's head as if he's going to get a wicket every ball, but that doesn't happen. So he has to be patient. End of 7, 13 for 4 Karachi Whites.
Yeah, dismal batting card, look at that. Nobody in double figures.
Yes, it almost looks like an emergency helpline. 0502.
Yeah. Runs off the bat and a boundary. You stray on the leg side and there's no protection. There's a long run for anybody. Important that the bat ball should be put away.
Yes, extremely important that you have to take whatever is on offer for runs. And there we see, being impatient, again on the legs and beautifully clipped away by Asad Shafiq, who is definitely someone who looks really elegant when he plays off his hips or legs.
Yeah, not good. You got 5 men behind the stumps waiting for that catch. You bowl a full toss on the legs. Back-to-back boundaries. Exactly what I pointed out to you, that it seems Unain is trying a little too much. He should trust the conditions.
Yes, exactly. Now, he's trying something different on every ball. Impatience. And that is where an experienced player like Asad Shafiq will keep capitalizing. He will not spare anything loose as this, and especially on this track where he knows any ball can be your last ball. So he'll definitely think positively. He'll take all the scoring opportunities that come his way. The bowler, for him, the key is the right areas. Right areas.
I don't know if that captaincy is of full confidence. Immediately after those 2 boundaries on bad deliveries, Imran Butt has removed one of the slips and he's brought him at mid-wicket.
I guess impatience is being viral too this time. It just keeps going around, catches everyone. The captain there, he could have just spoken to the bowler. Or maybe if he wanted somebody at square leg, he could have asked his fine leg. I don't know for what reason that is there. Because it's seaming around. If they bowl in the right areas, you hardly need this fielder.
No, it's going down. All these 4 deliveries in the over have been mid-leg stop line. I think the extra bit of surprise bounce got him. Otherwise, this probably would have been flicked also.
Yes, the pitch has been unpredictable in terms of bounce. This one jacked back and also bounced a bit more and maybe hit him above his thigh pad. And that's why he seemed hurt. But he's fine to carry on. And I think it's very important to have an arm guard on pitches like these because it is a one-off game and then is the big final. So you don't want your most valuable players to get hit and then rest for the remaining season.
Just at the last moment, he aborts from that shot, Asad Shafiq, because of that surprise bounce. Now, you see the ball is doing something when you're bowling in the right area. For no reason, you end up not only being hit for 2 boundaries, you forced your captain to remove 1 slip, which, by the way, is really not good by jersey number 62.
Over bowled, 8 gone, 21 for 4, Karachi.
ऐसे मार फिर इतना है यार
ये जो फील्ड सेटिंग है ये हेडिंग्ले नहीं है, ये वॉन्डर्स नहीं है, ये कदाफी स्टेडियम है। ये पहली बार हम देख रहे हैं कि 3 स्लिप्स, इनफैक्ट इससे पहले 5 स्लिप्स के साथ फास्ट बॉलर्स कदाफी स्टेडियम में बॉलिंग कर रहे थे। हमने नहीं सोचा था कि एटलीस्ट इस सीज़न हम ऐसे पिच देखेंगे कदाफी स्टेडियम में, ऐसी कंडीशंस देखेंगे जहाँ पे बहुत ही मुश्किलात रही हैं बैटर्स के लिए। और वो स्कोर कार्ड को देख के अंदाज़ा होता है कि कितनी मुश्किलात रही हैं कराची जैसी फॉर्मिडेबल और स्ट्रॉन्ग बैटिंग लाइनअप के लिए। आप देख सकते हैं इतने बड़े नाम, खुर्रम मंजूर, साइम अयूब, शान मसूद, उमैर बिन यूसुफ, ये सारे बहुत ही स्किलफुल और बेहतरीन बैटर्स हैं। सब टेस्ट क्रिकेटर्स में साइम अयूब के अलावा, उमैर बिन यूसुफ के अलावा 2 रन 5 रन 0-0। तो हमें नहीं लगता था कि ऐसा कुछ हम कदाफी स्टेडियम में इस सीज़न ऐसा देख सकेंगे। अच्छा लगा देखे कि चैलेंजिंग कंडीशंस हैं बैटर्स के लिए और बॉलर्स के लिए थोड़ी मदद, इनफैक्ट थोड़ी से ज़्यादा मदद है, क्योंकि यहाँ पे स्विंग भी हो रहा है, ऑकवर्ड बाउंस भी है, कंडीशंस बहुत शानदार हैं। मेरे साथ फेलो कमेंटेटर भी शानदार हैं। कुनुमल आसिफ, आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं।
बहुत शुक्रिया अली, और निगाहें तरस गई थी कि ये देखने के लिए कि यहाँ पर 3, 4, 5 स्लिप्स के साथ फास्ट बॉलर्स बॉलिंग कर रहे हों कदाफी स्टेडियम में। और आज ये मंजर देखने का मौका मिला जिसमें इस वक्त इमरान बट, हुसैन तलत, कासिम अकरम बहुत खुश होंगे। बहुत अच्छी बॉलिंग का मुजाहरा किया अब तक, और ये जो हालात साजगार हैं बॉलर्स के लिए उसका भरपूर फ़ायदा उठाया है।
बॉल कर दिया, इस बार बॉल फट के अंदर की तरफ आया। आउट स्विंग खेलने गए थे अमाद आलम, लेकिन बीट किया स्विंगिंग डिलीवरी ने अली शफीक की, उनके डिफेंस को बीट किया और एक और कामयाबी हासिल की अपनी टीम के लिए। ये बहुत ही शानदार स्पेल है दोनों ही फास्ट बॉलर्स की जानिब से। कंडीशंस का होना एक तरफ, उनको यूटिलाइज करना, उनको सही तरीके से एग्जीक्यूट करना, ये भी इक्वली इंपॉर्टेंट है।
ये गेंद गिरने के बाद तेजी से अंदर आई और बैट और पैड के दरमियान मामूली सा फर्क था और ये गेंद स्टंप से टकरा गई। एक और विकेट हासिल कर लिया अली शफीक ने। शानदार बॉलिंग का सिलसिला जारी है और दूसरी जानिब मायूसियां बढ़ते हुए अमाद आलम बगैर कोई रन बनाए आउट हुए 21 पर 5।
ज़्यादा अच्छे मंजर नहीं है इस ड्रेसिंग रूम के, आप शक्लों से देख सकते हैं, आप उनके चेहरों के तासुरात बता सकते हैं। साइम अयूब को आप देख सकते हो, उमैर बिन यूसुफ, खुर्रम, ये बहुत स्किलफुल बैटर्स हैं सारे, और अगर इनको प्रॉब्लम हो रही है तो यकीन कीजिए कि कंडीशंस मुश्किल हैं। अली शफीक और शान ने जिस तरीके से बॉलिंग की है आज मज़ा आ गया देख के। और अब जो जिम्मेदारी है वो कप्तान सरफराज अहमद के कंधों पे है। क्या कर सकते हैं, क्या डिफरेंट कर सकते हैं, इस स्विंगिंग बॉल को कैसे निगोशिएट कर सकते हैं, ये सवाल है। 200 रन्स बनाए थे जब लास्ट टाइम इस पिच पे, इस ग्राउंड में रादर सरफराज ने बैटिंग की थी। 270 इनिंग्स, 9498 रन्स, ये बहुत ज़्यादा रन्स है, अच्छी एवरेज है 42 की। 213 इनका हाईएस्ट, 1664 50 रिकॉर्ड बताता है कि कितने टैलेंटेड और कितने स्किलफुल बैटर हैं सरफराज अहमद। लेकिन यहाँ पे मुकाबला कड़ा है, चैलेंजिंग सिचुएशन है, और अगर इन सिचुएशन से टीम को निकालते हैं तब सिचुएशन डिफरेंट होगी, तब इनके स्किल का सही पता चलेगा। क्योंकि 4 फील्डर स्लिप में इंतजार में है कुनवल, इनफैक्ट अब 5 हो गए हैं।
अजय अली और इसके साथ ही एक्स्ट्रा कवर पर भी, शॉर्ट एक्स्ट्रा कवर पे एक फील्डर प्लेस किया,
या सेटअप किया था आउटस्विंगर के लिए। अच्छी स्मार्ट बॉलिंग है ये पढ़ने के बाद सीधा रहा, थोड़ा सा अंदर की तरफ आया, लेकिन जो बैटर के जहन में था क्योंकि स्लिप्स मौजूद थे, आउटस्विंग करेंगे, बीट किया, फॉक्स्ड किया। दाद देनी होगी दोनों बॉलर्स को जिस कंट्रोल से, जिस अच्छे एरिया में बॉलिंग की है। एक बार फिर बॉल अंदर को है, लेकिन थोड़ा ऊंचा लगा बॉल, शायद इनसाइड एज भी हुआ। दोनों ही चीजें बैटर की फेवर में थी। एक और कामयाब ओवर, 9 ओवर्स के बाद 21 पर 5 कराची वाइट्स। टॉस का हम अक्सर जिक्र करते हैं कुनवल यहाँ पे, और आज तो बहुत ही खुश होंगे लाहौर वाइट्स, लाहौर ब्लूज कि इस पिच पे इन कंडीशंस के टॉस जीतकर सही फैसला किया है बॉलिंग करने का, क्योंकि दोनों जाना भी बहुत तगड़ी बॉलिंग लाइनअप। और यहाँ पे शायद लाइट की वजह से मुझे लगता है कि कंफर्टेबल नहीं है दोनों बैटर्स और अंपायर। अलीम डार जो कि सबसे एक्सपीरियंस्ड अंपायर हैं पाकिस्तान क्रिकेट में, उन्होंने शायद यही से बेहतर समझा कि लाइट नाकाफी है, लेकिन अपना काम लाहौर ब्लूज ने कर दिया है।
जब जो एक टॉस जीता उसके बाद जो फैसला किया कि पहले बॉलिंग करनी है, उसमें उनके बॉलर्स ने यकीनी तौर पर एक मुश्किल टफ टाइम दिया बैटर्स को। सरफराज और असद शफीक ये दोनों मुस्तनद बल्लेबाज आखिरी जोड़ी होगी। अगर ये पिच पर रहते हैं, कोई लंबी पार्टनरशिप लगाते हैं, तो फिर कराची यहाँ से वापस आ सकता है मैच में। अदरवाइज लाहौर ने अपने लिए मैच जीतने के लिए तमाम चीज़ें सेटअप कर ली हैं।
यूजुअली हम देखते हैं कि टीम्स यहाँ पे 150 ओवर करते हैं और उनको बॉलिंग पॉइंट्स नहीं मिलते हैं। यहाँ पे पहले 5 ओवर्स में ही लाहौर ब्लूज ने बॉलिंग पॉइंट हासिल कर लिया था, तो बहुत ज़्यादा एडवांटेज, बहुत ज़्यादा हौसला मिलेगा इस परफॉर्मेंस से। अलीम डार इमरानुल असलम, अलीम डार दोनों अंपायर इस मैच में। और ये देखिए एक अच्छा हाल नहीं बताता है कराची वाइट्स की फॉर्मिडेबल बैटिंग लाइनअप का। 2-0, 5-0, 13-0-0। और जब आप दाएं जानिब नजर डालेंगे तो ये नाम सारे ही एस्टैब्लिश्ड नाम है। कोई टेस्ट क्रिकेटर है तो कोई पाकिस्तान ए की तरफ से खेलता है, कोई काउंटी में बहुत रन्स करके आ रहा है, कोई उभरता हुआ सितारा है। और असद शफीक पे अब नजरें होंगी तमाम तर, क्योंकि इन्हीं से एक्सपेक्टेड है। ये वो प्लेयर हैं जो इन मुश्किलात से कराची वाइट्स को निकाल सकते हैं, और सरफराज अहमद उनके साथ हैं। और शुरू से ही, पहले ही ओवर से ही हुनैन शाह ने ऑन टारगेट बॉलिंग की है। कंडीशंस भले आपके फेवर में हो, लेकिन फिर भी आपको सही एरिया में बॉल डालना बहुत ज़रूरी है। देखिए पहले ही आगे पिच गई है बॉल, अच्छा स्विंग हुआ, हवा में भी स्विंग हुआ, पड़ने के बाद भी अंदर की तरफ आया। हम पहले भी कहते हैं हुनैन शाह को नया बॉल ही करना चाहिए। एक्सपीरियंस शान मसूद अपनी क्रीज में खड़े खड़े रह गए, ना फ्रंट फुट पे गए ना बैक फुट पे गए। थोड़ी कोशिश की थी खुर्रम मंजूर ने चल के खेलने की, लेकिन ऑकवर्ड बाउंस, तो जहाँ पे स्विंग के साथ ऑकवर्ड बाउंस होगा वहाँ पे ऐसा ही होगा। एक बार फिर खड़े खड़े अपनी ही क्रीज में खड़े खेल गए और ड्राइव करने चले गए। ये अच्छा सेटअप किया है, आउट स्विंगर करते करते एक इन स्विंगर, अच्छी सेंसिबल बॉलिंग। और ये तासुरात कुछ अच्छे नहीं हैं कराची कैंप के, क्योंकि वो जानते हैं ये इंपॉर्टेंट गेम है। फाइनल पे पहुंचने की क्वालिफिकेशन का दारोमदार है इस मैच पे, और 21 पे जब 5 आउट हो जाएंगे तो बहुत ही मुश्किलात हो जाएंगी।
ये ड्रेसिंग रूम में तमाम ही लोग पशेमान हैं। ज़रूरी ये था कि यहाँ पर कुछ रन्स बन जाते, लेकिन जिस तरह से बॉलर्स ने इन हालात का फ़ायदा उठाया। देखिए अली शफीक ने ज़बरदस्त बॉलिंग का मुजाहरा किया, 3 मेडन किए, 3 विकेट्स। और हुनैन शाह ने आगाज़ किया था विकेट्स लेने का, साइम अयूब की पहली विकेट ली थी, उसके बाद हुनैन शाह ने 2 विकेट्स हासिल किए। तो इस वक्त कराची की ये जो नैया है वो डूबने तक जा रही है। इसको कैसे बचाएंगे सरफराज और असद शफीक, ये एक सवालिया निशान है। 21 पर 5।
यहाँ पे लाइट थोड़ी कम हो गई है, तो हम भी थोड़ी ब्रेक लेते हैं, फिर देखते हैं कि लाइट कुछ बेहतर होती है तो दोबारा आपकी खिदमत में पेश होंगे। कदाफी स्टेडियम लाहौर में एक बार फिर आपको खुशामदीद कहते हैं, जहाँ पे हालात कराची की टीम के ज़्यादा अच्छे नहीं रहे। सिर्फ 9 ओवर्स का खेल हो सका। जब खेल को रोका गया तो जो लाइट थी वो नाकाफ़ी थी। उससे पहले जो कराची के हालात रहे वो भी ज़्यादा देखने के काबिल है नहीं। 5 विकेट्स गवा दी 21 रन पर। खुरा मंजूर, साइम अयूब, शान मसूद, उमैर बिन यूसुफ, अमाद आलम, ये 5 आउट होने वाले फॉर्मिडेबल बैटर्स। कराची वाइट्स की जानिब से असद शफीक 13 रन पर मौजूद हैं। कप्तान सरफराज अहमद बगैर कोई रन बनाए मौजूद हैं। नौ ओवर्स में फास्ट बॉलर्स का बोलबाला रहा। हुनैन शाह और अली शफीक जिस तरीके से बॉलिंग की, ऑल्दो उनको कंडीशंस ने काफ़ी साथ मिला, लेकिन अच्छे एरियाज में बॉल करते रहे, मुसलसल अच्छे एरिया में। ये पहला विकेट हासिल किया था। अच्छी स्विंगिंग डिलीवरी पड़ने के बाद अंदर की तरफ आया। उसके बाद शान मसूद ने कुछ एजेस के साथ रन हासिल किए, लेकिन फिर दूर से खड़े रहे, खड़े खेल कर रेज दे दिया विकेट कीपर को। अच्छी कंट्रोल के साथ बॉलिंग की। अली शफीक ने दूसरी जानिब शानदार बॉलिंग की, शानदार एरियाज में बॉलिंग करते रहे। यही कामयाबी रही है अली शफीक की। ज़्यादा पेस नहीं है, लेकिन एरिया बहुत शानदार चूँकि, और कैचिंग बहुत इंप्रेसिव रही लाहौर के स्लिप कॉर्डन की जानिब से। कुछ शॉट्स देखने को मिले हमें असद शफीक की जानिब से। हम एक्सपेक्ट करते हैं जितने सीनियर मेंबर हैं असद शफीक, ख़राब बॉलिंग भी हुनैन शाह की जानिब से, थोड़ा एक्स्ट्रा एफर्ट डालने के लिए। और ये आखिरी विकेट जिस तरीके से सेटअप किया आउट स्विंगर के लिए और इन स्विंग किया अली शफीक ने और विकेट हासिल किया। अमाद आलम की मुस्कुरा ज़रूर रहे असद शफीक, लेकिन वो जानते हैं कि काम बहुत पड़ा हुआ है इस मैच में, क्योंकि ये मैच बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है। अली शफीक, हुनैन शाह, 2 ही बॉलर्स का इस्तेमाल किया गया। 5 ओवर्स में 3 मेडन और सिर्फ 3 रन देकर 3 विकेट्स हासिल किए अली शफीक ने। हुनैन शाह ने 4 ओवर्स में 17 रन दिए। इन कंडीशन में हम कहेंगे कि थोड़े महंगे साबित हुए, लेकिन 2 विकेट्स भी उसके साथ हासिल किए। तो 9 ओवर्स का खेल हुआ जिसमें 5 विकेट्स लाहौर ब्लूज ने हासिल की सिर्फ 21 रन देकर। कदाफी स्टेडियम लाहौर से आज के लिए इतना ही। सिर्फ 9 ओवर्स का खेल हो सका। कल एक नए दिन के साथ, एक नए जज्बे के साथ आपसे मुलाकात होगी। तब तक अपना बहुत ख्याल रखिए। अल्लाह हाफिज।